In the unlikely event that you missed it, Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian are engaged. The Blink-182 drummer popped the question surrounded by roses and candles in an Oceanside proposal last weekend. Kourtney announced the news on Instagram last Sunday with a sweet snap of the pair, who have been dating for less than a year, beside the caption "Forever at Travis Barker."
And while the world was pretty excited about the surprise proposal, it goes without saying that Kourt's and Travis's respective exes perhaps weren't quite so enthusiastic. Scott Disick, Kourtney's ex of nearly a decade, hasn't personally addressed the news yet, but an influx of reports have claimed that he is not happy at all about the engagement. And given his recently leaked messages dragging the couple, there's certainly reason to believe that the claims might be accurate.
Meanwhile, Travis's ex-wife, Shauna Moakler, hasn't shied away from letting the world know exactly how she feels about Kourtney. But before we get into it, here's a quick reminder of who Shauna is and how she fits into Travis and Kourtney's story. Travis was married to Shauna from 2004 to 2006. They got back together for a brief moment in 2009 but split for good shortly after.
The exes share 2 children together, Alabama, 15, and Landon, 18. Travis also has a close relationship with Shauna's 22-year-old daughter, Ashana, from her previous marriage to Oscar de la Hoya. And from the get-go, Shauna has been pretty vocal about her thoughts on her ex's new relationship with Kourtney. To bring you up to speed with the drama, Shauna hasn't been shy about throwing some indirect shade on Instagram, liking comments calling Kourtney a downgrade and even hinting that their weird PDA is being overplayed for the public. And in another bizarre turn of events in May, Shauna accused Travis of having an affair with Kourtney's sister Kim Kardashian back in 2006. But her criticism for the Kardashian family didn't stop there. Just a few weeks later, Shauna publicly bashed Kourtney and her sisters, telling paparazzi that the Kardashians had destroyed her family. Well, it appears that Travis has now decided to permanently sever ties with Shauna after removing all traces of her from his tattoos. This week, Travis added 2 more tattoos to his extensive body of work, and placed them right on top of an old tattoo of Shauna's name. The old tattoo, which on his left bicep, depicts Shauna's name emblazoned across a heart. Speaking about his tattoos in a 2015 interview with Noisy, Travis said that he had been thinking about covering over the ink dedicated to his ex. "I actually only ever got the names of 2 girls tattooed, the ones I married," he said at the time. "The Shauna tattoo is still there. I don't know if I'm going to cover it up, but I've thought about it." Well, along came Kourtney, and now it seems like Travis has settled on the perfect artwork to hide the outdated ink. And what better way to cover your ex-wife's name than with your new fiancé's lips? Travis showed off his new additions on Instagram on Monday, flaunting a large black scorpion and a, perhaps strategically placed, tat of Kourtney's black lipstick print. Kourt's pout marks Travis's 4th tattoo dedicated to the reality star. Back in April, he solidified their love by getting her name tattooed on his chest, just beside his heart. A month later, Kourt turned her hand to tattooing as she inscribed the phrase "I love you" onto Travis's inner forearm. Fans have also speculated that this wasn't the only one of Travis's tattoos that was penned by Kourtney. The musician also has "You're So Cool" inked on his right thigh, which is reportedly a reference to Quentin Tarantino's True Romance, the couple's favorite movie. And now, it seems a lot like Shauna has responded to Travis's decision to cover her name, hopping on Instagram last night to share a still from the movie Point of No Return, with a rather pointed quote. "I never did mind about the little things," she wrote, with an added lipstick print emoji. I mean, it is possible that Shauna was simply sharing a quote from one of her favorite movies, but in light of the timing and the very suspicious usage of the lipstick print emoji, we'll just allow you to make of it what you will. This also isn't the first time that Travis has covered up tattoos dedicated to Shauna. In fact, during the very same inking session where Kourtney gave Travis his "I love you" tat, he also covered over another subtle reminder of his ex. Fans noticed that Travis's ST tattoo, which stands for his and Shauna's initials, had been covered by a bold skull. However, the most recent covering of his outdated inks comes just a week after Shauna made a huge statement of her own by wiping all recent photographs of their children from her Instagram page, shortly after they celebrated their dad's engagement with the Kardashian family. The deleted family photographs include a tribute to her son, Landon, which she shared on his 18th birthday on October 8, as well as a recent selfie of her and her daughter, Alabama. To make matters even more interesting, it also appears that Shauna has recently unfollowed her eldest daughter, Ashana, on Instagram, sparking renewed speculation about the rocky relationship between Shauna and her 3 children in the wake of Travis's engagement. In case you missed it, in May this year Shauna accused Kourtney of deliberately driving a wedge between her and her kids, and even went on to allege that Kourtney's involvement with Travis had directly impacted her relationship with her children, describing the estrangement from her kids as a mother's worst nightmare. And given her vocal dislike for the Kardashian family, it's perhaps not out of the question to believe that Shauna would be upset that her children, who have publicly denounced her parenting, chose to celebrate Kourtney and Travis's engagement at an intimate dinner hosted by Kourtney's famous family. While celebrating their father's engagement with the Kardashians last weekend, Landon even referred to them as his new family in a TikTok he filmed at the intimate dinner. Meanwhile, Alabama and Ashana both followed suit with congratulatory Instagram stories of their own. In fact, a source close to Shauna confirmed what many were already thinking and told Hollywood Life this weekend that the mother of 3 was reportedly really hurt by her kids' decisions to celebrate with their soon-to-be step family.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.